So this is the brand new issue of Prospect magazine, which I created the hand lettering for, all done in spray paint on this feature. Enough is enough. Is public anger of a failure of mainstream politics about to explode? This was a delight to work on. I worked with art director Mike Turner, and we had to avoid some serious cliche traps. As you can see here, Mike's brilliant choice of textures worked much nicer than the abused and overdone brick wall, which we've all seen done to death. And I loved it. The choice of black against their grey and red just captured the mood in the UK right now, which is one of tension and uncertainty and anger, righteous anger for a lot of people. And one thing I wanted to touch upon was with the hand lettering. So it's all about the nuances, and it looks so simple, and sometimes it can be. But what people don't see is the kind of tinkering and the constant battle between authenticity and good design. So, you know, the kerning, the leading, it's all got to be there, just like typography. It's all got to feel balanced and in harmony with the rest of the magazine. So with this lovely kind of clinical serif font and the branding of Prospect, you know, to bring these spray paints into play, it's all about, you know, choice of nozzle. So you've got the spray caps here. And, you know, do you go with a fine one? Do you go with the thicker ones? What colour do you use? You know, so I often edit in post-production the colour of the lettering, and I use these kind of gold spray paints. Come and think of it, in the background there is another spray paint job, which was a record sleeve for the hyena kill, and there were similar decisions to. But for Prospects, you know, the fine N is a good example of a decision where, you know, okay, this isn't going to be perfect if this is just done on a wall. So I've got to make it feel like that for this magazine, but it's also got to live with the subheader, for example. So there's a lot, you know, there's a lot to consider going on, and there's a lot of subbing out of certain characters. It's rarely a one-shot deal, and if it is, then you're very fortunate, and that's a rare thing. So we were delighted with that. And here is the lead feature. So again, uber simplicity, which is something I'm really loving at the moment. So coming off the back of the Links project, so I'm just going to zoom up here in the studio. You can see the kind of rebranding artwork that I created with PB Packaging Agency in London. And again, the simplicity, the single-minded broad strokes that we ran with in that regard, we're very much at work here, and this is something that's been commissioned much more often, and I'm really loving doing. So you can see that there with the nice clean type created by Mike from the art direction side of things, and I'm delighted with how this turned out. So yeah, get us your feedback. We'd love to hear your thoughts and work on similar projects. So there you go, job well done, and one I took great delight in working on. So looking forward to more. It's out now.